On March 18, 2025, federal regulators filed a complaint that would expose one of the biggest money machines online. One investor told the court he handed over his life savings, then watched his store earn exactly $0. According to the FTC complaint, when buyers complained, legal threats arrived instead of refunds. Stay quiet or get sued. Watch this number: 0, 14 million, 40 million, $54.9 million, allegedly taken from ordinary people like you. Welcome to a profit pilot crash investigation. Every crash leaves a black box. Today, we're opening 3 of them. 3 companies, 1 playbook. They all promised the same thing. Artificial intelligence would run an online store while you slept. The FTC alleges the AI barely existed. What existed were wire transfers, luxury cars, and thousands of suspended Amazon accounts. 3 companies, 1 playbook, 7 red flags. By the end, you'll spot this scam in 60 seconds flat. Today's flight plan: the pitch, 3 crashes, the playbook, the math, and the black box checklist. Wheels up. It always starts the same way. You're scrolling at midnight, and an ad promises a store that runs itself. The words are engineered: passive income, AI supercomputer, done for you. You don't work the store. The machine works for you. One ad allegedly promised up to $150,000 in guaranteed sales. Guaranteed. Remember that word. According to the FTC complaint, Click Profit claimed partnerships with Disney, Colgate, and Nike. Household names. Instant credibility. The FTC says those partnerships never existed. No Disney deal. No Nike contract. Just logos borrowed for the pitch. Then came the technology claim: a proprietary AI supercomputer that picks winning products with near-perfect accuracy. Sounds impressive. So what did stores actually sell, according to investigators? Paper clips, drying racks, dollar store items nobody searched for. That's the gap this investigation lives in, between the supercomputer in the ad and the drying rack in the warehouse. After the ad comes the call. A friendly closer walks you through screenshots of stores allegedly earning 6 figures monthly. You never see the losing stores. You see the highlight reel, which the FTC alleges was cherry-picked or simply fabricated. Then the pressure. Only 3 spots left this month. Wire the fee today, or someone else takes your store. The entry price? $45,000 to $75,000 up front. Some buyers borrowed against homes to pay it. Then another $10,000 or more for inventory. Then the operator takes 25 to 35% of any profits. Added up, many families could be $85,000 deep before their store ever sold a single item. Why do smart people wire that much? Because the pitch isn't selling stores. It's selling escape from jobs, debt, exhaustion. And in 2024, adding 2 letters made the pitch irresistible. A&I. Old scam, new engine. So let's open the first black box. A Miami operation called Click Profit, and the numbers inside are brutal. Crash number 1, Click Profit, founded by Craig Emsley and Patrick McGeoghegan. Total allegedly collected, at least $14 million. The company sold turnkey Amazon and Walmart stores. Their pitch: our AI finds products. Our team runs everything. You collect profits. Marketing videos showed private jets, luxury watches, dashboards climbing towards 6 figures. The lifestyle was the product being sold. According to the FTC complaint, Click Profit told buyers its AI supercomputer analyzed millions of products to guarantee winners. The complaint also alleges the company name-dropped partnerships with Disney, Colgate, and Nike, partnerships regulators say simply never existed. Buyers wired $45,000 to $75,000 up front, then at least $10,000 more just for inventory. On top of that, Click Profit kept 25 to 35% of any profit the store ever generated. Now here's what the FTC says those buyers actually received. Brace yourself, because these numbers are the crash site. According to the FTC, more than 20% of Click Profit stores earned 0 revenue. Not low revenue. 0. Roughly 1/3 of all stores grossed less than $2,500 in their entire lifetime. Total, not per month. And the number that ends the story, 95% of click-profit stores were eventually suspended by Amazon. Why suspended? Because Amazon prohibits exactly this model. Third parties operating customer accounts at scale violates Amazon's own seller policies. In other words, according to regulators, the business was built on a platform that banned the business. Read that again. Court filings describe buyers who drained savings and retirement funds, some sinking six figures into fees, inventory, and hopeful restocks. When stores flatlined, buyers say they were told to buy more inventory. The fix for losing money was spending more. Then came the refund requests. According to the FTC, refunds were routinely denied, delayed, or tangled in fine print. Buried in contracts, non-disparagement clauses. Complain publicly, according to the complaint, and you could be sued for defamation. Victims allege they received threatening letters from lawyers after posting honest reviews. Silence wasn't requested. It was enforced. That silence matters. It kept the reviews clean, the ads running, and new buyers wiring money for 2 more years. Let's reconstruct a typical buyer's timeline from complaint patterns. January, the ad. February, 60,000 wired. March, store live. April brings $11 in sales. May, more inventory. June, Amazon suspends the account. July, the refund is denied. August, a lawyer's letter arrives. Not from her lawyer, from theirs. This is the shape of the trap. Multiply that timeline by hundreds of buyers, and you get $14 million moving one direction, away from families. On March 18, 2025, the FTC filed suit against ClickProfit and founders Emsley and McGeegan in federal court. The complaint alleges deceptive earnings claims, fake corporate partnerships, and a so-called AI that never delivered what ads promised. Regulators asked the court to halt the operation and freeze assets while the case proceeded. The pitch went quiet. Then, August 2025, a settlement. No trial. The defendants agreed to terms that ended their run permanently. Under the settlement, they are permanently banned from selling business opportunities and must surrender assets. That's the outcome on record. Note the language carefully. A settlement is an agreement, not a guilty verdict. The allegations were never tried in court. But for buyers, the distinction is academic. The money is mostly gone, and surrendered assets rarely cover $14 million. $14 million. And here's the uncomfortable part. ClickProfit wasn't even the biggest operation running this exact play. Because while ClickProfit pitched supercomputers in Miami, a bigger machine was allegedly pulling $25 million from buyers nationwide. Same promise, same AI language, nearly double the money. Time to open black box number 2, Ascend Ecom. Crash number 2, Ascend Ecom. Allegedly collected at least $25 million, nearly twice the ClickProfit haul. The pitch was familiar, done-for-you online stores on Amazon and Walmart, powered by cutting-edge AI tools and expert management. Ascend allegedly promised buyers passive income within months, stores generating thousands monthly while owners checked dashboards from the beach. According to the FTC complaint, most buyers never came close to those numbers. Stores lost money or got suspended entirely. In September 2024, the FTC sued Ascend Ecom. But this lawsuit wasn't filed alone. It was part of something bigger. On September 25, 2024, the FTC announced Operation AI Comply, 5 cases targeting companies allegedly weaponizing AI hype. Remember that name, Operation AI Comply. We'll come back to it, because it explains the entire pattern you're watching. Ascend's owners, William Basta and Kenneth Leung, allegedly kept collecting 5-figure fees even as buyer complaints stacked up. The complaint describes the same defensive playbook: blame the buyer, push more inventory, and discourage refunds at every turn. Court filings describe clients paying tens of thousands of dollars each for stores that never produced the promised income. Reviews online told 2 stories: glowing testimonials during the sales window, then panic and warnings once money cleared. The FTC also alleged Ascend used threats and contract clauses to suppress negative reviews. Sound familiar? It should. June 2025, the outcome. Basta and Leung agreed to orders permanently banning them from the business opportunity industry. Again, an agreed order, not a criminal conviction. But the ban is permanent, and $25 million is still gone. Crash number 3 is smaller in dollars, but bigger in one crucial detail. It shows the scam can shape-shift. FBA Machine. Allegedly more than $15.9 million collected from buyers chasing the same automated Amazon dream. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. The machine part? Their promise system, AI-assisted product selection and hands-off management. The FTC alleges FBA Machine dangled guaranteed income figures and promised refunds if targets weren't hit. Buyers say neither materialized. But here's the detail that matters most in this entire investigation. FBA Machine didn't appear from nowhere. It was a rebrand. In 2023, regulators say the same operation ran under a different name, Passive Scaling. Same model, fresh paint job. When Passive Scaling's reputation soured, the websites changed, the testimonials reset, and the sales calls started again under FBA Machine. That's the shapeshift. Reviews warn about one name, so the scam simply buys a new one. Google can't save you. Write this down. A company younger than the complaints against its founders is a company you don't wire money to. And these 3 black boxes aren't isolated wreckage. 2 supporting cases complete the picture of a full-blown scam industry. Ecommerce Empire Builders. In May 2025, a court entered a judgment of $9,786,124. That judgment grew from another Operation AI Comply case, the same family of allegations, automation promises, and wreckage patterns. Then Smart FBA, which collapsed in early 2025. No press conference. Just clients discovering the company had gone dark. On Reddit, victims compared notes. Some reported $60,000 or more sunk into stores that no longer had operators. Those Reddit threads are worth reading. Real people, real timestamps, no marketing filter. The pattern repeats post after post. Now run the tally with me. Click profit, 14 million. Ascend Ecom, 25 million. FBA Machine, 15.9. 3 cases, $54.9 million, roughly 55 million, and that's the conservative count from federal filings alone. Add Empire Builders' 9.8 million judgment and Smart FBA's untold losses, and the true crater runs far deeper. $55 million. Different names, different states, different websites. So why does every crash look exactly the same? Because it is the same. Same playbook, allegedly traded and taught. And the FTC drew the diagram for us. Chapter 4, the playbook. This is where 3 separate lawsuits snap together into one picture. Stay with me. September 25th, 2024. The FTC announces Operation AI Comply. 5 simultaneous cases against companies allegedly abusing AI claims. The message from regulators was blunt. Using AI hype to deceive consumers is still deception. The technology excuses nothing. Ascend Ecom was on that list. Empire Builders was on that list. FBA Machine faced the same species of allegations. When you read the complaints side by side, a formula emerges. 5 steps, almost identical wording. Here it is. Step 1, AI pixie dust. Take a boring, brutal business, retail arbitrage, and sprinkle the word AI on everything. The AI does the work. The AI picks winners. According to the complaints, the AI was mostly marketing language, not machinery. Why it works? In 2024, AI sounded like magic even to smart people. Skepticism dropped exactly when fees rose. Step 2, guaranteed income. Specific, delicious numbers, like $150,000 in sales, allegedly promised in writing. Real businesses can't guarantee income. The FTC's business opportunity rules exist precisely because that promise is the oldest lure in commerce. Here's your screenshot moment. Any guaranteed income claim from a stranger selling you a business is a federal red flag. Step 3, fake credibility. Borrowed logos, alleged fake partnerships, Disney, Colgate, Nike, plus rented jets and borrowed lifestyles. Credibility can be manufactured for the price of a video editor. Verification takes you one email. Nobody sends that email. One buyer could have called Disney's press office and unraveled the whole thing. The scam bets you won't. It usually wins. Step 4. The muzzle. Non-disparagement clauses in contracts, then alleged legal threats against anyone who posts an honest review. This step is the engine of longevity. Silenced victims mean clean search results, which mean next month's buyers arrive unwarned. Federal law already voids gag clauses in consumer form contracts. The muzzle isn't just cruel, regulators treat it as illegal. Step 5. The rebrand. When complaints pile up, kill the brand, keep the machine. Passive scaling becomes FBA Machine. New website, new testimonials, new Instagram. The founder's names stay off the homepage. The wire instructions stay the same. AI pixie dust, income guarantees, fake credibility, the muzzle, the rebrand. 5 steps, $55 million, one repeating machine. Now for the reveal I promised, the detail that turns 3 separate lawsuits into one coordinated-looking industry. Check the calendar. September 2024, Ascend gets sued publicly and loudly. The FTC literally holds a press event about AI deception. ClickProfits ads allegedly kept running for 6 more months. Same AI supercomputer claims, same guarantees, until March 2025. They allegedly watched a competitor get sued for the exact pitch and kept selling it. That's not ignorance. That's calculation. And that calculation tells you the most important thing in this video. Enforcement lags the scam by years. Regulators arrive after the crash. The FTC can ban, fine, and freeze. It cannot unwire your $75,000. Recovery rates are historically brutal, which means the only firewall that actually protects you is the one you build yourself before the sales call. That's why this investigation ends with a checklist, not a court date. The black box exists so the next pilot survives. But before the checklist, we need to do something none of those sales calls ever did. The actual math. Because even if every partnership were real and every AI genuine, this business model still couldn't pay you. Here's why. Altitude check. This is the segment where we ignore the marketing and fly-by instruments. Just numbers, no adjectives. Let's build an Amazon store on screen and run one product through it, dollar by dollar. Watch where the money leaks. Say your store sells a kitchen gadget at $20. Sounds workable. Now watch what Amazon takes before you see anything. Amazon's referral fee runs roughly 15% in most categories. That's $3 gone the moment your gadget sells. Next, FBA fulfillment fees, picking, packing, shipping. For a typical small item, call it $5 to $6 more. Add monthly storage fees, returns processing, and the occasional damaged unit. Real sellers budget another $1 or $2 per sale. And the product itself isn't free. Wholesale cost on a $20 retail item typically runs $6 to $8. Tally so far, $20 in, roughly $16 to $19 out. Your margin is $1 to $4. Maybe. And that's the math for skilled sellers running their own stores. Now stack the automation operators cut on top of it. ClickProfit allegedly took 25 to 35% of profits. Your $4 margin just became $2.60. At $2.60 per unit, recovering a $75,000 entry fee means selling roughly 29,000 units without one mistake. 29,000 units from a store run by strangers, stocking drying racks and paper clips in categories you never chose. And that assumes the store survives. Remember the suspension number. 95% of ClickProfit stores got shut down by Amazon. A suspension doesn't pause the math. It deletes it. Inventory stranded in warehouses, capital frozen, fees still accruing. So the realistic expected value isn't a small profit. It's a negative number with a 95% probability attached. Welcome back to the flight deck, because one question collapses this entire $55 million industry in a single sentence. If the AI could really pick winning products with near-perfect accuracy, why would they need your $75,000? Think it through. A genuine product-picking supercomputer is a money printer. You don't sell money printers. You run them. Hedge funds don't knock on doors asking retirees to fund their algorithms. Profitable machines attract capital. They don't cold call it. The moment someone sells you their guaranteed system instead of using it, the system's real product is revealed: you. Regulators made the same point in drier language. The advertised earnings, they allege, were never substantiated by typical buyer results. Here's the altitude check summary card, built only from court numbers. Screenshot this before the next sales call finds you. 20% of stores, zero revenue. 1/3, under 2,500 lifetime. 95%, suspended. Source, FTC complaint. Against those denominators, the testimonial guy with the Lamborghini is not evidence. He's set dressing and possibly, allegedly, an actor. The math never worked. It was never designed to work for you. It was designed to move money through you. So how do you spot the next rebrand before it costs you six figures? Open the black box. 7 flags. This is the black box, a checklist recovered from $55 million of wreckage. 7 flags, checkable in 60 seconds. Flag 1, guaranteed income. The words guaranteed, risk-free, or a specific promised dollar figure. Legitimate businesses legally can't say this. The moment a specific income number is promised, 150,000 in sales, the conversation should already be over. Flag 2, vague AI claims. Proprietary AI supercomputer with no product demo, no technical detail, no named engineers, no paper trail. Ask one question, show me the tool, live, picking a product right now. Then watch how fast the subject changes. Flag 3, unverifiable partnerships. Big brand logos, Disney, Nike, Colgate, with no press release on the brand's own website. Real partnerships leave public footprints, announcements, newsroom posts, LinkedIn trails. 5 minutes of searching beats 50,000 in losses. Flag 4, 5-figure entry fees payable by wire transfer, today only. Urgency plus irreversibility is the scam industry's favorite cocktail. Wires in crypto can't be charged back. When refund-proof payment is required for a guaranteed business, the guarantee is fiction. Flag 5, the muzzle. Non-disparagement clauses, NDAs before you've seen anything, or contracts that punish you for honest reviews. A business that needs your silence is telling you, in legal language, exactly what it expects you to discover. Flag 6, the young company with the polished story. Check the domain age, the LLC registration date, the founder's previous ventures. FBA Machine looked established and polished. It was allegedly the fresh skin over passive scaling. Rebrands exist to hide rot. Flag 7, they need your money to run their winning system. The one-sentence test from our altitude check. Profitable systems attract investors, banks, and venture capital. If the only funding source left is strangers on Instagram, run. All 7 flags together: guarantees, vague AI, fake partnerships, wire-only urgency, muzzles, fresh rebrands, and we need your capital. Any single flag means slow down and verify. 2 flags mean walk away. 3 or more means warn your friends. Now the action step. Before wiring anyone money for a business opportunity, spend 10 minutes on ftc.gov. Search the company name plus FTC and plus lawsuit. Search the founders' names. Search the previous brand names too. The FTC publishes complaints, press releases, and ban company lists publicly for free. Click Profits buyers could have found a Sens lawsuit. If you've already been hit, report it at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Reports build the cases that end these operations. And document everything: contracts, calls, wire receipts. The victims who kept records are the reason we have these numbers. One more resource. Your state attorney general's office takes these complaints too, adding pressure regulators can act on faster. 60 seconds of checking, 7 flags, 2 websites. That's the entire firewall. It costs nothing and saves everything. But I don't want to land this flight on fear, because buried in this wreckage, there's a real question worth answering. Can AI actually help you earn money online? Yes, and the honest version looks nothing like the ads. Final approach. Here's the truth the scammers weaponized. AI genuinely is changing how individuals earn online. They just sold the counterfeit version. The real version has one non-negotiable feature the ads deleted: you. Your hours, your skill, your judgment. It isn't passive. AI is a lever, not an engine. Levers multiply the force you apply. They multiply zero effort into $0. The honest paths look boring. Freelancers using AI to deliver writing, design, or data work faster than competitors. Service businesses using AI for quotes, support, and scheduling. Creators using AI to cut production time in half. Sellers using AI for keyword research and listing copy, while still choosing products, watching margins, and owning their accounts. Notice the pattern. In every real case, AI compresses work. It never deletes work. Compression is the honest promise. What can that earn? We won't quote you a number, and that's deliberate. Income claims are how this video started. What we can say, public freelance marketplaces show real people billing real hours for AI-assisted services at ordinary market rates. Ordinary rates, compounded by skill and reps, built slowly, with no wire transfers to strangers. Unsexy, survivable, real. The test for any opportunity is now permanent in your toolkit. Who does the work and who owns the account? If the answer to both is not you, while the risk is all yours, you've found flag number 7 again. Burn this into memory. If someone sells you passive, you are the product. The $55 million proves it. Every dollar in this investigation moved from someone who believed in passive to someone who worked the system relentlessly. The scammers weren't passive. They ran ads, calls, lawyers, and rebrands. Ironically, they're proof that effort makes money. Next on Profit Pilot, AI agents. The honest math. What autonomous AI tools actually cost, actually do, and actually return. We'll run the same instrument-only analysis on the biggest AI opportunity of 2026. No pixie dust. Subscribe so you're aboard. Standard disclaimer. This video is educational content, not financial or legal advice. Allegations are allegations until courts rule otherwise. Settlements described here are agreed resolutions, not guilt findings. All figures come from public FTC filings and court records. If this investigation saves even one person from one wire transfer, it just outperformed every AI supercomputer in this story. That's the black box, recovered, opened, and read into the record. 3 crashes, 1 playbook, 7 flags. Now they're yours. Fly by instruments. Verify before you wire, and keep your capital in your own cockpit where it belongs. This has been a Profit Pilot crash investigation. Thanks for flying with us. See you on the next flight plan. Cleared for takeoff.